Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we
Right, welcome back to Adventure 82. We're back doing the Lost Hotels. I know I promised it about 4 videos ago. Needless to say, Battery Lothringen took far more filming than anticipated. Today we have Charlotte with us.
And me.
We have Blaze. We're just now about to go up to St Xaviers Road, which is where we're going to work our way up. I estimate it'll probably take 2 videos to go do all the hotels on the road. So both we best get started. Which first one in the video will be the Apollo Hotel. And in case you haven't noticed, traffic noise is probably going to be interesting on this one. But yeah, so Apollo Hotel. Also, we start with the most recent, which is quite interesting. But yeah, so right, we're just approaching St Xaviers Road, and you can see exactly what I mean about noise. We have the digger over there, which we'll come back to because that's one of our lost hotels. But this is obviously, as you can see from the sign, St Xaviers Road. It's one of the busier roads in town. It's part of this kind of ring road theory that they came up with in the 90s that doesn't really work. And over the years they've taken more roads so it works even less than it used to. Not saying that they shouldn't necessarily pedestrianise roads within town, but maybe if they're going to do that, they should probably reorganise the ones outside of it. Anyway, I digress. So, you can probably see the red and white barriers there. You can probably almost definitely see the bright yellow wall. That is the location of the former Apollo Hotel. So let's get our bottoms over there and have a look. Right, so as you can see behind me is the Apollo Hotel. It's the most recent to have gone. Closed in January of this year, so that would be January 2023. As you can see, they've wasted no time in making sure that no one can get anywhere near it. There is a back entrance to this though on the car park side. Might be able to get a view in through the windows from there, so we'll go and have a look. But the Apollo Hotel, long-standing hotel again. This one opened back in the 70s. It was a late comer to the road, but did very well for itself until tourism dropped. And considering the way that the states go about improving our tourism, I'm not optimistic of many of the hotels sticking around. There was a recent thing in the JEP about how they want to try and encourage landlords over here to make more of their houses like Airbnb so they don't have to build new hotels. I'm not sure that's a good way forward, but we'll see. What we'll do now, we'll go around the back and we'll have a look and we'll see if we can actually see or get any kind of access into the inside of the hotel, maybe see inside, that kind of thing. And then we'll come back and we'll continue our way up the road. Right, nice thing about my camera is it can see things that I can't. So, this is what used to be the main entrance for the Apollo. I don't know if you can see like I can see through the window, but if you can, then you'll see that they've already started demolishing the place. So access to the back might be, should we say, interesting, but yep, they've wasted no time in getting rid of this place. If only they were as quick to actually be as helpful to the people of the island as they are to demolish hotels, we might be all right. Bully Bay Hotel, as you may remember, actually hang on, let me bring this camera down. Bully Bay Hotel, which you may remember I did a couple of videos on, which was abandoned and at the time was in limbo. It's no longer in limbo. It's been sold to a family for just over £6 million to be turned into a private residence. Ireland's increasingly becoming more and more a millionaire's island. But right, on to the next hotel. Right, so this is, oh, Next hotel, and if we go, no Stephen, you plonker, that's a block of flats. You're right, it is a block of flats. But if you lived here before 1992, you'd also know this is the site of the Continental Hotel. Had a shop on the corner, I believe. And when we lost the Continental Hotel, we actually lost some history in that, because it opened in 1925, and it played a part in the Second World War. It was taken over by the Nazis and during the occupation, and was used as personnel billets for them to live in. They also took over the shop next door, and that became their own personal shop for what would become the officers' quarters, which were another taken over hotel slightly further up the road. But if we go just up here to our friend Mr. Digger, and we'll move on to what was the Mayfair Hotel, which during the First World War, these two played a role in that as well, because during the First World War, the Continental Hotel wasn't called the Continental Hotel, it had a different name. Mayfair Hotel was there though, and both of them were used during the war effort during the First World War. The basements specifically, they were used by the Red Cross for making dressings, wound pads and such for the injured soldiers. So there's a lot of heritage, or a lot of history within this road, and especially within those two hotels, which are now gone, as you can see, because this one has been levelled by Dandara and is about to be turned into, well, it's flats. Dandara turn everything into flats, and if they don't turn it into flats, they turn it into finance offices, which generally people don't want, and then they convert them into flats. That's what Dandara do. So they have a reputation for it in the island, so they won't mind me saying anything. Well, at least I hope not. So, but yeah, so this was the Mayfair Hotel. This was, until very recently, still here. It was just behind the Apollo shutting. I think there was only maybe like a few months or so in it. And as you can see, it's another one where they've wasted no time leveling it. So that's the Mayfair, or what was the Mayfair. That was the Continental, and it's now flats. You see, now I'm going to them, because look, as we're looking around now, okay, just I'm observing this now. So we've got the brewery over there. I've done a video on, which is going to be turned into flats. We have another building that used to be part of the brewery, has been turned into flats. We have a car park that's been turned into flats. We have an old hotel, which was Continental, that was turned into flats. And we have the Mayfair Hotel here, which is going to be turned into flats. And we have the Apollo Hotel there, back we were looking at, which is going to be turned into flats. Yeah, see, Blaze has caught on already, like she just said. It's basically just all flats. It's flats, flats and flats. So, with that in mind, yeah, we'll go up to the next hotel.
And there are many flats.
Where, unfortunately, Charlotte's actually made a boo-boo. This one hasn't been turned into flats. It's actually been turned into Domino's Pizza. So let's go there next. Right, I think, if I'm honest, this little corner shop, wait for the lorry. This little corner shop deserves an honourable mention. A lot of people seem to have memories of this. I've seen on Jersey Temps Passe especially, a lot of people have memories of this shop popping in there on their way to and from school. I know one person used to pop into here on their way to and from school. It's this lady here. So how many packets of crisps do you reckon you bought from this lady and Fizzy Pop over the years?
Well, going at least twice a week for 5 years.
Twice a week for 5 years. That's that's
It was either that one or the one down the road there on the corner, which is also now flats.
Who thinks we have too many flats?
And the one on they also are flats?
I went to
Mayfair
that one.
too.
That reminds me of drifter bars. Do you remember drifter bars? Are they still a thing?
No.
Comment if there's anywhere, as I know there's other countries that watch this. I've seen there's people in the United States who watch my videos, and Australia, and France, and the UK, because I know sometimes something's being made, we're just not getting it over here. So tell me, are drifter bars still a thing? Let me know. Anyway, honourable mention to the convenience store to one side. Domino's Pizza, or what used to be called the Graham Hotel. I have some pictures of this. There's not an awful lot of information on it, however. What I can tell you is that this specific hotel closed late mid-90s is the best way I could describe it. It's Domino's on the bottom, it's apartments on top, so more flats. And that's all there is to this one, to be honest. Closed, like I say, late mid-90s. I've got a few pictures which I'll show you. It's not changed an awful lot, the actual structure of the building. So with that one done, we're going to take a detour up Pleasant Street, and we'll just have a look around the back of the Apollo Hotel.
I thought it was only supposed to be St. Xaviers Road.
Shush, Charlotte.
No.
So we're going to go up here, we'll have a look and see what we can see for the back of the Apollo Hotel, and we'll probably end the video up there as well, and then we'll move on further up the road in the next video, because obviously I don't want to spend too long talking about old hotels because I'll bore you. So to Pleasant Street. Right, so this is the back of the former Apollo Hotel. As you can see, they really don't want you to see an awful lot. It's a shame these are see-through, look. But it's even more of a shame that my camera can look over the top. So, you can see there, a lot of the hotel is already gone. I need to correct myself earlier in the video. I double-checked my notes after I did the beginning. And this was built in 1987, so it's a very young hotel to be being demolished already. But that's all that's left. And like I say, alas, more flats. It's a shame, really. It doesn't make any sense. I still don't understand how, hang on a minute. I still don't understand how the states of Jersey say they want to improve our tourism, but then keep giving people permission to buy hotels, knock them down, level them, turn them into flats. It doesn't, the two don't marry. They just don't. But with that in mind, this is the end of Lost Hotels Part 3? Is it 3? 3, 4, something like that. The description will have the right number on, that's the point. So, from me, those are two annoying little toads over there.
Hello.
No, goodbye.
We'll see you next time.
Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all.